Can't read the guest list here.
Is any? Oh, are we in? Oh, we might be in.
We might be in. We might have a guest list right in front of us. Here we are.
We don't.
Okay.
We can't see them yet. No one's.
No.
Oh, is anyone watching yet?
We have a.
Is anyone here?
Tori, no,
No,
thanks.
it's
Or
just a
that's
picture.
just a light. No,
It's just a
Just
picture.
a picture. No, that's just a picture. Let's see here.
Is anyone there? There's no one there. Okay.
All right.
We're trying to see our guest list, but we just can't see it yet.
Oh, hello, Jim.
Oh, we have a Jim. Hello, Jim.
Welcome.
I wonder where Jim's from.
Oh, hello, Max.
Oh, and Max. Max and Jim, tell us where you're from. We'd like to know. Ooh. Yes.
Ah, here we are.
We found it. Good.
Excellent.
Good. Well, Max and Jim. I wonder where Max and Jim are from.
I wonder where they are from as well.
Do you think we'll get people from all over the world?
I certainly hope so.
Oh. If anyone's watching in your pajamas, let us know. Pajama pants. Oh, Brian's here.
Oh, Brian.
Oh. I hear we have Jim from Toronto.
Jim from Toronto.
Oh, and
We got a
Brian from St. Louis.
Brian from St.
Oh.
Louis. All right.
I wonder what the weather's like in St. Louis.
I don't know. There's also a David Hale watching from Pennsylvania.
Is that Pennsylvania or is that Prince Albert? We don't know whether we're in Canada or America.
I don't know. What is the PA, David?
That'd be good information. Oh, I'm so excited. If you've just joined us, we're here for Lucy Darling's live stream of love. We just wanted to welcome you, let you know, grab a drink, grab a seat, get cozy, get comfortable. We'll be getting started in just a few minutes. Oh, cousin Jane from Calgary.
Ah, yes, cousin Janie from Calgary.
Is that your cousin?
That is my cousin.
Oh,
Yes.
Greg Short Chef from the UK. Oh, wonderful.
We also
All the way
have
from-
a Bob Wags, also watching from PA near Johnston, and
Greg.
in my PJs.
Oh,
Hilarious.
our
Laugh out
first
loud indeed.
pajamas. Wonderful. We have Bob
Excellent.
in his pajamas.
Yes.
We have Greg in the UK. We have Jim in Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be such an exciting show.
So excellent.
Colne, Michigan? Colne. Is it Colne?
Colon?
Colon? Is it Colon?
Cologne?
Colin.
Cologne. Gerard, is it Cologne? Sean
Oh.
Rivera, all the way from Kansas City.
Wonderful. Kansas. Welcome all the way from Kansas. Do you think it's warmer in Kansas?
I believe it probably is warmer in Kansas.
I suspect. Wonderful.
We have Jason from Glorious, California,
Oh, wonderful.
watching in much less than PJs.
Oh,
Oh my.
Jay.
Well, it is quite warm in California.
He's ready.
Yes, he's ready.
And what's everyone drinking? Paula is watching from Melbourne, Australia. Oh, welcome, Paula. Oh, I'm so excited. Wonderful. What are you going to drink after the show?
I think I may have some bourbon.
Ooh,
Yes.
me too. Hopefully there's some left.
Yes.
So exciting. With Paula in Melbourne, with Greg in the UK, and Jay,
Yes.
who's wearing much less than pajamas.
Yes.
Good. Very
Oh,
exciting.
there's a Marina Mare. She's very excited.
Oh, Marina Mare. Oh, and Tristan says they are about to go make a Negroni.
Excellent.
That's my favorite.
Lucas Stark is having a gin and tonic.
Classic. Well done, Lucas. Excellent. Negronis, gin and tonic.
All right. So we are approaching showtime very soon. We should let you know that Lucy will be doling out advice tonight. So if you have any questions for Lucy, write it in the comments, starting with Dear Lucy.
Then our producer, Chris Combs, he'll send you a... oh, no, that's for the other one.
That is for the other one.
Ooh. So, Lucy will be giving advice. As we said, if you'd like to get some advice, start with Dear Lucy, write it in the comments. But also, we will be needing 2 audience volunteers tonight. So if you would like to be the audience volunteer, write in the comments, me, 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 me. Our producer, Chris Combs, will pick 2 people. He'll send you a private message, and that way he can bring you backstage into the virtual green room so that you can be an on-screen audience volunteer with Lucy tonight. Oh, I wish I could do that.
Oh, if only. As we approach, we should also mention that we have some thanks to give out to the National Arts Center,
Facebook,
Slate Music,
Sirius FM,
the Bennett Family Foundation.
Yeah, what else do we have to tell people?
Oh, we should let you know, we have been isolating with Lucy Darling for the past 2 months now.
Yes, there's no crossing of any social distancing bubble borders here. We've just been lucky enough to be stuck in this house with Lucy for 2 months.
Just backstage with her for 2 months.
Backstage, waiting to do this show for 2 months. Oh, things people will need.
Things people will need.
This is very exciting. There are also going to be some tricks that you can do from home. So there's a few things you'll need if you'd like to play along at home. Grab 3 pieces of paper. They can be any size. You can just take one big piece of paper and rip it into 3 smaller pieces. You'll need something to write with, and you'll need 2 different rubber bands. Now, they can be different colors. They can be different colors because you took 2 that were the same and colored on one with a Sharpie. You can have a knot tied in one. Just 2 different rubber bands. Is there anything else?
I don't think so.
Oh, well, we've got another minute.
Yeah, we've got
Who
another
else is
minute.
out there? Well, we'll be starting very soon. I think we might have told you all that we have to tell you.
I'll put down the guest list here.
Oh, Lorena Waters says fun.
Absolutely.
I agree. We'll be getting started very shortly. Oh, if you didn't hear us before, grab a drink. It doesn't have to be
Absolutely, Rob.
alcoholic. Grab any drink. It can be a glass of milk if you'd like.
Something like a good glass of milk on a Friday night.
Of milk. Lovely. All right. Oh, I should polish this up.
Yes, you should.
All right. Just about ready to go.
All right.
Is everyone comfy?
Well, now let's see who's on the show tonight.
Welcome to the show. Tonight's guests include Bizzaro, Rudy Coby, Max Maven, musical guests Hello Moth, and Moon Zappa. Richard Lee and Miranda Allen as the Butlers. Sit back, relax, and get ready for Lucy Darling.
Hello.
Hello.
Well, I guess there's one more thing to do before we start the show. I'll prepare
pour
Lucy a drink.
Well, hello, my darlings, and welcome to my gorgeous summer home. I see you have already met my fabulous new friends, my lovely little helpers. Aren't they sweet? But not so sweet as a good drink. Let's see what we have. Let's have this one. Ooh, it's got an orange in it and everything. No, No fruit, though. Fruit is for healthy people. No. What do you call this?
It's an upside-down cocktail.
Oh, an upside-down cocktail. How festive. Is it upside down because you're meant to drink it upside down? Okay, I can try to drink it upside down. I'll just put my... Oh, that's not good. No. I have an idea. May I borrow your little napkin in your vest?
Of course.
Excuse the intrusion. Perhaps if I just... Whew. Very careful. Oh, don't be that impressed. It's just science. It's holding a vacuum inside the glass. In order for it to actually be magic, you have to remove the napkin. Huh? Very nice. I'm very happy with this one. So that is indeed why you call it an upside down cocktail.
Oh, no, it's because there's enough booze in there to turn over an elephant.
Oh, well, I suppose that makes more sense. Now you invited everyone in. Everyone got to come.
Oh, yes.
Where's my fruit? Oh, I don't care anymore. Who all is here?
We have Jim in Toronto.
Hello, Jim. How do you do?
Yes, we had a Janie from Calgary.
Oh, hello,
Yes.
Janie. How do you do?
Oh, and we have Nikolai in Edmonton.
Nikolai, not wearing pants. What a bold choice for you. Okay, nice. Looks like everyone's come. Well, if all the audience is here, it seems we perhaps should invite our first guest. Let's see who we have waiting in the wings.
No, I don't think so. What is it? Your thing went down. Oh, very interesting. I like that. Okay. Popcorn, colors, and then, for everyone. I like that. Okay, and then there's crayons, more things with colors. Interesting. Oh, what happened? I don't understand. Oh, rings. 2 rings, and then okay. Very classic. Interesting.
And this works because we know sigma's invertible, so if we put this here, this diagram is going to commute.
Oh, it's Biz. Hello, darling. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am very well. I'm enjoying myself here in Canada, getting to do a show thanks to the wonderful National Arts Centre of Canada. You know, they're so good at helping all of the artists do whatever it is we want to do.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm excited to participate with all my fellow Canadians.
What? What are you doing?
What? I said with my fellow Canadians.
Biz, you're not Canadian. You're coming in from Vegas.
What do you mean I'm not Canadian? Of course I am. Look, I've got a Canadian flag.
That is made of Sharpie.
I've got my Timmies. Look, I've got this, and look at this hat. I'm practically a Mountie.
Biz, I don't think you're fooling anyone. Biz, let me test you. Can I test you?
I can pass any test you can throw at me.
Let me think. Question the first. What is Canada's official sport?
Hockey and lacrosse.
People forget about that one. Okay. Question the second. Oh, who is it that is on our $5 money?
Do you know who's on the $5 money?
Fair enough. I don't think anyone does. No, that is a very good point. Okay, name 5 Canadian provinces.
Sorry, what?
5 provinces. Name them. If you're so Canadian, you should have traveled across this great country.
Sure. British Columbia?
Yes, nice, good.
Okay. Albert.
Close.
What? No. Yeah.
Alberta, okay, Alberta, yes, good.
Okay. You know what? Hold on. I'm getting a text. Sorry, I forgot to turn my phone off. Let me just see who this is. That's. I'll check that later. Quebec. And Ontario.
You know what you did, and is there one more?
Wherever the Newfies are from.
You know what? That's what I would have said anyway. I think you're pretty Canadian. Oh, I have one question that will prove it definitively. This. What is the best drink to order at Tim Hortons?
Hot chocolate.
It's a trick question. None of the drinks there are worth drinking. People only buy it because it's nostalgic. You have failed. But that's okay. Maybe perhaps you have something to show us. You can, endear us to your style, and maybe we'll invite you to be part of the Canadian plethora of entertainment after all.
Sure. I have brought a few things. to show you. So let's do that, shall we? For those of you who don't know me, my name is Bizzaro. I do strange and unusual things for strange and unusual reasons. I call it a hobby. The cops call it a misdemeanor. But I'm here to show you something. But first, I want to kind of address this issue I have. I have found that some people have trouble spelling my name. And I've been called a lot of strange things. I've been called gazebo, bazooka, Steve. So I've tried to figure out how to get people to spell my name right. And I figured it out. It's very simple. You go and you find that Scrabble game you haven't touched in 20 years. You take it out of your closet. You dump the tiles onto a table and you spell Bizzaro. And you'll know you've done it correctly because it will be 27 points. It'll be 2 Z's and 1 R. 27 points. It's just that easy, right? Everybody got that? Good. Okay, so you know it's wrong if it's 18 points because it'll be 2 R's and 1 Z. That's incorrect. Don't do it. I feel like I lost some people over in the Maritimes there. Let's try this again. Look, we'll start over. 2 Z's, 1 R, 27. You know what? Fine. How does he do it? Why does he do it? Ooh. All right, anyway. So, for those of you who are not magicians, you may have seen the trick where a magician will push a piece of cloth into his hand and make it disappear. I'm not going to do that for you tonight. Instead, I'm going to offer a toast to you. Thank you for coming and supporting live-ish entertainment. We appreciate it, and when we can all go back out, do it for real. But here's a toast to you. I've looked in the chat room. Thank you for not being 4 people. Here's something fun to try at home. Squeeze it into your hand. Push real tight. It turns back into a horse. If you didn't get that, Google it. Still won't be funny. All right. So anyway, I'm not going to do the vanishing a piece of cloth for you because I've done it a lot. We've all seen it, but I have done the trick for children. And the children will say to me after a show, I know how you did that. And I say to them, you got a deep voice for an 8-year-old. But they think I have a hole in my hand. I have a pocket right there. And I was like, that'd be cool, right? I mean, there's a downside. I couldn't eat Skittles or M&Ms. They'd fall right through. Okay, so if your friends and family aren't in the room watching with you, here's a fun prank to play on them. You take some Skittles and you take some M&Ms and you pour them into a bowl and you make S&Ms. Don't Google that, by the way. But that's not the best part. The best part is when you offer that bowl to your friends or your like brother or sister or your mom and dad, and they go, ooh, a piece of candy. Oh, that's comedy. You're welcome. What are we talking about? Oh, right. The hole in my hand, right? So I thought, what can I do? And I figured it out. I went out and I bought one of these. This is a portable hole generator. It's disguised so people don't know what it is. I'll show you what I mean. Watch. Just draw a portable hole. It's hard to stay in the lines. Hopefully some of you Ren Fair and palmistry people got that joke. My people, nerds. There we go. Portable hole. Ooh, ah. I'm just assuming you're saying that. I don't know. Anyway. Magic. So here's a trick inspired by the little kids for all of the big kids out there. And as we all know, the difference between an adult and a 6-year-old is about 8 Heinekens. Ow, 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 ow. Ooh, ow. Get in there. There we go. Just goes. His heart tickles. All the way through. Portable hole. Ooh, ah. I can fix this. I'm a magician. There you go. That's now there's a hole in my floor, but other than that, that was good. I enjoyed that. I hope you did too. I hope you learned something here. I know I did, and that is normal. It's just a setting on a dryer. I'm gonna turn it back over to Lucy, and I'm gonna go have some poutine. Good night.
So fun. I loved it. I loved everything. Anything with holes is my favorite. Now, I don't know if you remember, but I seem to have lost my drink due to some unfortunately interesting circumstances earlier, so I don't suppose you wouldn't allow me a moment to refill them. I simply can't do anything on an empty liver, so pull this forward and get our little drink mix going. I'm so excited. Okay, who's ready to make a little drink? I am ready to make a little drink, but I think we need a little drink mixing music, don't we? Of course, we need the cherry. Oh, there we are. A perfect magical cocktail. Now that I have my drink back, I think it's time for our next guest. Shall we see who's waiting in the wings?
Oh, look at this. Oh, wait, balls juggling? Wow, okay. And then the fun becomes, very surprising. I like it. And so many cards, very great. Oh, I was worried.
I thought you'd be interested in this one. It's really cute. It's not a
don't
butterfly.
care for the spiders.
Nice.
No spiders, please, no. All right, we are at a picnic, and there is an egg, and it went inside the bag, and it's gone. Now, where has it gone to? Oh, where is it? In the shoe, very uncomfortable. Okay, and then a gentleman is making a flower appear. What? Good for you. Okay.
I think you'll agree that's the best trick you can do with a dildo, a baby doll, and this unwrapped piece of cheese. Yum.
Like that placement.
Me neither. No, what is it? How are you doing this?
Yes.
Rudy, darling! Oh my goodness, it's so nice to see you. Where are you right now? Where are you?
Lisa, I'm actually holed up at the beautiful Peacock Theater in Frisco, Texas. I've been here for eight months, so I was ready for the
8 months.
Yes, I was, because there was a quarantine, wasn't there, a while ago?
8 months ago?
I thought so.
Darling,
It doesn't matter. It's an awesome place. I
Rudy,
like being
darling,
there.
that was just a joke we were playing on you. You didn't have to stay there for 8 months.
Oh, all right. It's not such a bad place, though.
Yeah, you were one step ahead of everyone. I understand that you brought something fun to show all of my lovely people here in the audience.
I did. This is fantastic. You know, here at the Peacock Theater, my friend Randy Pitchford actually told me after COVID, there are certain tricks we can't do anymore.
Oh.
So this is one of those, and I'll explain why afterwards. This is a trick using a spike, a metal spike, and a hammer. Now, I take the spike, and you take the spike and you pound it in your face, like this. So it actually looks like it's in your face. Okay, and I'm gonna pound it nice and slow. Actually turn to the side. So it's actually inside. Now we take the hammer, grab the nail, and ow, 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 ow. And that's actually pretty impressive. Now here is why you can't do this trick anymore. Because if you do not quarantine, you people at home will have to do it with a much longer object. See, there it is right there. It's true. So stay at home and quarantine. That's all.
I feel fabulously threatened. Thank you so
Yes.
much, Rudy. That was wonderful and disgusting. And I think it really fit with Biz's trick of a hole and then yours was a spike. I feel like there's a theme going on.
Yes, I think so.
Things are going into other things that
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about me asking to my friends to do shows. That they think things and other things is the immediate response. But thank you very much for being here. Big round of applause for Rudy Coby. I shall see you soon. Now that we have had a couple of guests, I think it'd be fun for me to show off some of my favorite things. These are some of my favorite gems I've gotten from all over the world. I don't just buy regular jewelry. I went to find jewelry that I find in special places all over the world. For example, this is a pin I bought in Italy with a couple of friends of mine. I remember I got this one in London, England. It's made by the same people who make the jewelry for the London Opera. I know, fantastic. Oh, and this. This is one of my favorite bracelets. It's an artisanal design, artisanal. It's very gorgeous. See that? It's very nice. It's made by Andalusian monks in the Swiss Alps. Isn't that fantastic? Isn't that great? It's so pretty. But no, darling, that one's just a rubber band. But I suppose if we have two similar objects, one nice and one not so nice, we can make them do something unusual if you want. Hold them out like this and then see if we can get them to defy gravity. In fact, we can do something even more spectacular. If I give one to each of you, we should be able to get them to switch places. So I want you to just look at each other, focus on each other's faces, and try to think about having them switch places. And that is not in any way what I meant. One more time. In fact, you can play along at home if you have your rubber bands. Two different colors would be helpful, or you can just draw a little bit of Sharpie or put a knot in one so you know which one is which. Same as before, same setup. In the middle, just like that. We're going to put one end on our thumb. Well done. You're trying, good. And take the other loop and loop it all so that that bottom one is locked in place. It cannot move, you see? Locked into position. And take your pointer finger right there and close it on top of your thumb so it cannot move. It's stuck in position. Yes? Now we're going to get them magically to switch places. All we have to do is grab the edge of that top rubber band and pull down sharply. 1, 2, 3. Did it work for you? How about you? Well, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Now, yes?
Don't forget that you have a chance to ask Lucy for advice.
Oh.
If you want to ask a question for Lucy, just write in and to the comments and start with Dear Lucy, and Lucy will answer your questions.
Nobody wants advice from me.
No, you give the best
Oh,
advice.
stop it. Well, if you really do want to get my advice on something, please say Dear Lucy in the comments and we shall answer those questions in a little bit. But right now, I think it's time for our first musical guest. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to introduce to you, Hello Moth.
Makes me sad to think about all the good times, because they only ever break my heart. No sooner present than they fall behind us, like a fountain in a shopping mall. Oh God, oh no, it's true what they say. The kids are all gone If the way we slip away is a kindness, if the truth is that we all find peace, up ahead and further on I'm reminded, mercy only ever turns to grief. Oh God, oh no, it's true what they say, the kids are all gonna smoke anyway. Buy me a drink, let's have a beer, hold me close in Mexico, making me think you'll disappear. Until you go, I'll never know. Oh God, oh no, it's still true today. The kids are all gonna smoke anyway. I miss whatever words you would say. A bird anew, awake and away.
Kind. Wasn't he fabulous? I certainly think he was. What a fabulous, fabulous artist he was. I'm sorry if it was a little choppy. It was a little choppy on our end, but 'tis the problem with live stream. You are not actually here, so sometimes it's going to be a little tiny bit choppy. Now, I understand that it is time for Lucy's advice, so I shall indeed offer you some advice. I shall... Oh, no, darling, not right now. We're about to do advice, and I just did... I'm good. Thank you, though. It's very kind of you to... bring the wine. I don't know. All right, time for Lucy's advice. So let's see. I'm so excited. Okay, number one. Let's see what's this one. It says, if you were a horse, what kind would you be? Well, Clydesdale, obviously, I'm not the Pope. Okay, next one. Okay. Jimmy says, dear Lucy, where are you in Canada? Darling, I'm everywhere and anywhere, and specifically in Edmonton at the moment. All right, what does this one say? Greg says, dear Lucy, will you for in the UK when it's safe? Oh, tour in the UK when it's safe to travel, please. Well, since you asked so nicely, there was a please at the end of that. Of course I will, darling. I'd love to come back to the UK. My accent's even more adorable there. Okay. Not this one. That one's stupid. Okay. How do you keep busy during quarantine, Chris? Okay, but here's the thing is you must have a schedule. That's the most important thing. So I get up promptly at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. From 1 until 4, we have cocktails. From 4 until 7, we have wine. And from 7 until midnight, we have champagne. We must keep to a schedule. All right, next one. What do we have? Will you marry me? Okay, what's the last one? Do you know what card I'm thinking of? Okay, well, what fun! You asked the most obvious question on the planet. Okay, do we have a volunteer backstage that I could pull up? Perhaps we could do something. Darling, do you have a little thing for me to use? Who do we have backstage? Who do we have here?
Hello, it's Brian.
Your name is Brian. Oh,
Yes.
Brian?
Yes.
Brian, what is it you do?
I'm a school teacher.
You're a school teacher, you poor thing. Are you teaching children from home at the moment?
Yeah, so I'm trying to. We usually just calling parents and checking up on the kids.
Whoa, Okay, so today you've decided to join me because this is more fun than 1,000
Yes.
drooling, ungrateful child children. Yes?
Yes.
How long have you been a teacher?
21 years.
21. So I assume you're keeping to a very similar schedule as I am. Lots of wine, lots of
Yes.
drinking.
Yes. Plus, I have
Okay.
children of my own, so of course I'm drinking.
I'm so sorry. You have children of your own and you're
Oh.
teaching?
Yes, of course I'm drinking. Yes.
Darling, you're a saint. I feel awful. Where can I send you money? I'm going to send you some money and
Oh.
some beer and some pants, because probably you need those as well. I'm sure you can't go to work with no pants on.
No, not allowed.
Darling, would you do me a favor? Do you have a deck of cards at your house? It's okay if you do not.
I do not have one handy.
That is fine. We shall do this with the power of imagination, darling.
Oh, I
Is
like
there
that.
a card that you can think of off the top of your head?
Yes.
What is that card?
The 5 of diamonds.
5 of diamonds. And why the 5 of diamonds? Is it significant to you somehow? Is it special to you?
I like the number 5.
You like the number 5. You know the number 5 is quite lucky, actually.
Really?
It is. That is why, out of all the cards in the world, darling, I had one card here inside that glass from the beginning of the show. It is indeed the 5 of diamonds.
Wow.
Just for you, darling. Congratulations. You got the answer right. Let's give him a big round of applause for being such a good volunteer. And to answer that question to the gentleman in the comments, yes, I do know what card you're thinking of, but I don't want to tell you because that particular comment was quite obvious. All right, I think it's about ready to have another guest. Let's see who else we have waiting in the wings to entertain all of our fabulous people here in our audience. Who do we have? Who do we have? Oh, no, you're a volunteer, darling. I don't need you till later. What's your name?
My name's Eric.
Eric. Okay, I'll get to you after. I want another person to entertain me. He will entertain the both of us, someone. Let's see who we have coming on now. No guests. I'd like not guests from the audience, guests from out in the world. Like
And I see, red nail, white nails. How did you do this thing? Juggling. Okay. And then that's everything. All right. No thank you. And then a tiny flea. He jumps twice, 3 times, and then he. Oh, that. Oh, ouch. Oh, so many very fast cards. But this shuffling seems strangely too fast. Almost as if somebody has artificially speeded it up. I don't know what to. Oh, very nicely done. What instrument is this? Yes. So much energy. Whoa.
Max! Oh, darling, it's so nice to see you. You almost frightened me when you came on screen. I saw the drummy guy and you scared me a little bit. Oh, my goodness, it's been so long since I've seen you. Where are you right now?
I am in Hollywood, California.
Ooh, that's nice.
And I'm enjoying this show.
Oh, are
I'm
you? I
enjoying
didn't
in
realize you were
particular.
watching.
Well, I've been watching the whole thing. And I've been enjoying Lucy, Darling, which is the only way your name should be pronounced.
Oh, you're flattering me, darling. What is it you want? You clearly want something.
Yes, but nothing we'll discuss right now.
Oh, okay. Well, I see. Well, I'll make a note of that. Excuse me, my darling assistants, will you please make a note? I must continue this conversation with Max. Thank you. Max,
Fine.
darling, do you have something to show us?
I do have something to show. We have to make sure that everyone at home has the necessary materials.
Ooh, okay.
It was mentioned before the show formally began, but in case anyone tuned in late, what you'll need at home are 3 pieces of paper. Now, that could be 1 piece of paper torn into thirds. We're not very particular about that. You'll also need something to write with. Anything you like, a pen, a pencil, a marker, a crayon, just something to make a quick notation. So as you're scrambling to get those, let me lead those who have prepared by getting those materials to explain how the game begins. Take one of your pieces of paper and onto that paper write the number 1. And then turn that piece of paper over, and on the other side, write the number 2. Place that onto the table or floor, whatever surface is in front of you, and put it to your left. Sorry, your left. This gets confusing. All right. Second piece of paper. You won't be too surprised that you're going to draw the number 3 onto that, and then turn that paper over, and on the other side, the number 4. Put that down 4 side up in the middle of the row that you're building. And now we get to the final piece of paper. And as you're probably ahead of me, we're going to put a number 5 onto one side of that piece of paper, and on the other side, the number 6. And that goes down onto the table or the spread in front of you with the 6 side up. So what should be in front of you right now is the number 2 should be over to your left, the number 4 should be in the center, and the number 6 should be over to your right. Of course, at this point, I know too much. So I would like you to mix those 3 numbers into a new order. Don't turn anything over just yet, but swap them around so that the sequence is no longer 2 or 6. The number, a combination that is known only to you. And to make this very, very fair, I won't look. So you are mixing the numbers. Somewhere in front of you there is a 2, somewhere in front of you there is a 4, somewhere in front of you there is a 6. And only you know the order of those numbers. I'm going to change things up for just a moment. I want you to take the number that is over to your right and turn that piece of paper over so that now there is a new number in that position. You're looking at 3 numbers, but you didn't know you'd be looking at those particular numbers, and I certainly wouldn't have known what 3 numbers are in front of you. That's about as fair as I know how to be. Take those 3 numbers and add them together. So if the numbers you were looking at were 1 plus 2 plus 3, that would be 6. But whatever the total is, add them together and remember that total. Because we're going to make use of that total in an interesting way. Lucy opened the show by suggesting some possibilities for a drink, a libation. Well, I have some suggestions to go with that list. This is a list of food, possible items to eat. That is as obvious a cue as I can give for us to get to this list. Look at the list. You've got a secret number. So look over at that list and remember whatever food is at the number that is your secret number, your knowledge alone. And that will be the food that we go for. We're done with the list. It's all back to me, and all I can say is that was a very good choice. Lucy, back to you.
Numbers are very confusing for me. I did my best. I thought that was fantastic. Thank you so much for joining us, Max. It was lovely to have you here. What a wonderful time I'm having with all my lovely friends. But I do remember that there was a gentleman who popped in earlier from the audience before he was supposed to, who was so eager to help out with the show. Who was that person? Well, Aaron, I think was. Is it Aaron?
Eric.
Eric. No, I like Aaron better. You're Aaron now. No, I will. Okay, we'll say Eric. Eric, darling, what is it you do for a living?
I work in insurance.
You work in insurance?
Yeah.
This must be a very fun time to work in insurance.
It's very, very easy right now. Nobody's driving.
Yes. No one's driving. No one's leaving their house. So basically, you have no job. Why don't you help our other gentleman? You should be teaching his children, and he can teach everyone else's. You should get in touch. We'll have our producer, Chris, put you two in touch. You are now teaching his children. He will teach everyone else's children. You don't have to do a good job. They have a teacher for a parent, so they're naturally gifted. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Because you're very, in a regular day, you're very boring. But even now, nothing is happening for you. Darling, do you want to play a little game?
Yes, I'd love to.
All right. We're going to send you away for a second. I shall instruct the elements of the game. You pay very close attention, and then we'll have you pick some things and see if you can win. All right. I'm going to tell you a little story. This is for everyone. Little story about a woman named Madame Moustache. We can put Aaron away for now, yes. There we go. That's much better. All right, a little lady named Madame Moustache. You see, 1852 was the height of the California gold rush. At the time, there were only two places to go for entertainment, the casino and the brothel. Eric, you would have loved it. On an otherwise unremarkable day, there appeared a woman with dark hair and dark eyes who walked right down the center of town into the largest casino and began dealing a game of blackjack. Now, this is remarkable for two reasons. One, at the time, women were not allowed in casinos. And two, this woman only spoke French. This is the true story of a woman named Eleanor Dumont, a lady gambler, a card sharp, and a suspected magician. You see, people would come from far and wide to sit at her table to try and turn their tiny baby fortunes into large ones. But that was rare. Instead, she'd spend the evening slowly picking the bones off of them, accepting pocket watches and cufflinks when the coins ran out. But at the end of the night, when she'd won every dollar, every penny, she wouldn't leave you with nothing, no. She'd offer you a small kindness in the form of a glass of French champagne and enough money to get home. Now, darling, the game is very simple. All you have to do is keep an eye on the bottle and see if you can remember which bag contains the bottle. Now, I know you're thinking this is very simple. I already have it in the bag. I have it in the bag. Yes, that laugh was appropriate for that joke. The knocking laugh you just gave me. Yes, darling, no. It's not as simple as all of that, because I, just as Madame Moustache used to do, to get an upper hand on the game, I shall be employing sophisticated skills of misdirection. Eric.
Yeah.
Are you ready to be misdirected?
I'm ready. I think.
I think you are. No dairy for me, you see. Eric, you feel appropriately misdirected.
Kinda.
Kinda. I can think of a version of that would have been more misdirecting to you, but I shall let you pick. This is your time. Darling, would you like to say it's in bag number 1 back here? Bag number 2 or bag number 3?
3 is my favorite number, so we'll go with 3.
3 this one? How
Yeah.
confident are you?
Not confident.
Do you want to change your mind?
No, we'll go with my favorite number 3.
Favorite number 3. All right, let's see. Oh, boo! Not in bag number 3. What a crappy favorite number. It's so obvious. Okay, let's try again. Boop, boop, ba-doop, boop, 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 boop. Bag number 1 or bag number 2?
Bag number 1.
Bag number 1, this one. Ooh, how confident are we this time?
Still the same, not very.
What are the odds, Mr. Insurance Broker?
50-50.
50. Yes, you're very good at your. See, you could teach. You should teach your children. All right, you're pretty confident in this one?
Sure, yeah. Oh.
Oh, so sorry for Eric. He's so bad at this game. Ooh, so bad. Eric.
Yeah.
1 or 1?
Definitely 1.
Definitely 1. Oh, you're so. How confident are we now?
99.9%.
99. See, that is the answer of an insurance person. They always know to never be too confident. What? Eric, you did a bad job. But you know what? You were going up against a magician and an expert sleight of hand person, but you haven't lost anything. Do you know what you have won?
What's that?
A fabulous piece of advice. Darling, one should never gamble with anything they're not actually willing to lose. So to you, I shall, in the spirit of the great Eleanor Dumont, offer something fantastic. Do we have an envelope here? Darling, I will give you this glass of champagne. Of course, you're not here, so we will ship it to you. I'll send it to you in the mail. It is Canadian Post. It's not what it used to be, so it's probably 3 or 4 weeks. But you can give your shipping information to the gentleman in the forum, okay? It was very nice to meet you. Enjoy your champagne. I'm sure it'll still be bubbly in 3 weeks when you get it. You are fabulous. Let's give him a big round of applause. Very nicely done.
Thanks, Lucy. Fantastic.
So nice to see you. Oh, okay. Time for my drink. It is drink o'clock here. Drink o'clock here. Oh, no, darling, no. Champagne time. Remember, late night champagne time. But that's well, you seem very upset. I'm so why, darling? Why is he so upset? Why? I don't. Oh, it's, you used to have a hobby. You used to dance, didn't you? That made you happy.
Yes, when I had room.
Oh, says sad. Oh, yes, of course. It was a lovely dance. Well, is he ever coming back?
No way to know.
Oh. Darling, your knuckles are bleeding. Oh, it's very nice. What a lovely thing. Okay, so we shall wait until we have our new friend in the green room. Our producers shall let us know when we have our new friend in the green room. They will tell me in the private chat when we have our last guest in the green room. We have somebody very special coming in. Until then, perhaps I can offer some thank yous. I do have many people to thank. I would like to thank the National Arts Center for allowing us to do this lovely show. I think it's fantastic that they have decided to support so many artists at this time. I know there have been a great many shows. So if you have enjoyed this, please use hashtag Canada Performs, and you'll find all of the different shows that have happened like this. We watched Rebecca Northern, is that right?
Norton?
Rebecca Norton, who does the blind date show. That show was fantastic. I thought that show was just amazing, unbelievable. And then we watched many of the music shows. Those were also very good. So I want to thank, obviously, the National Arts Center. Very nice. And they are supported by Facebook and Slate Music and Sirius FM and the Benet family. And I think that's it. Is there more?
I think that's all of them.
Great. If I forgot to thank you, I will be informed at the end of the show, and then I will be whipped for my indiscretion. All right, let's quickly see. I'm just going to see if our last friend is available. Where are you? I am asking them where they are. Okay. Do we have them? Oh, I don't know. Is my audio out of sync? That's what I've been told. I have no idea what's happening right now. Okay. What else should we say? We are now killing time because we are waiting for someone to arrive. Do we have that person? Nobody has told me in the chat. Bring me a thing to do.
Okay, I will bring you a thing to do.
What should I do? I should do something. Perhaps somebody in the comments. Where's our book with the comments? Perhaps somebody in the comments wants to ask me more questions.
Someone asked how you get 2 such cute butlers.
How do I get 2 such cute butlers? Well, I'll tell you right now. You see, what happens is there's a quarantine and they just happen to be hanging out with you and now they are stuck with you forever. Okay, what is happening? It says screen. Okay, screen was frozen. Screen is no longer frozen. Okay, great. I am going to stop clicking away from the thing. Oh, yes. Would you like to do a thing?
Okay.
All right. I think we're going to bully our friend here into doing something fun. I'm going to quickly click away to find out what's going on. Fantastic. Okay, darling.
Do I get to sit on the couch? Okay. So, I really liked to travel before everything shut down. Like a lot. One of my favorite places I ever went was Cuba. I don't know if any of you have ever been to Cuba. Have you been to Cuba? No. Oh, it's so lovely. Just the warm nights and the cars that are unfortunately that way because of prolonged. But anyways, they're beautiful. But I got this when I was in Cuba, and I quite like this. Do you know what this is?
No, cigar thing?
It's a cigar cutter. Yeah. I really love this cigar cutter. Now, I don't know if you know very much about cigars. Okay, so there are 3 parts to a cigar, right? But first, I should just give you a good look at this. So as you can see, right, there's a blade, and there's 3 holes. The blade passes through all of the holes. Now, go ahead and check that blade. That's what's going to cut the cigar. Make sure that it is riveted on tight and it is sharp.
Yep.
Yeah. And go ahead and check out the little box. Make sure there's nothing fishy about it. Good. Okay. Now, as you can see, it passes through all 3 holes. Now, cigars. There are 3 main parts to a cigar. There's the core, which is tightly rolled, rigid leaves that give the cigar some structure and rigidity. Around that, there's the veinier, coarser leaves that are kind of like the meat or the flesh of the cigar. And then on the outside, there's some oily leaves that hold in all the humidity. Does that remind you of anything?
I don't really want to say.
Finger.
Yeah.
Finger was the correct
Yeah.
answer. So, which finger would you like to use or lose? Ooh, the pinky finger. It's so sensitive. All right, I'm going to ask you to stick your pinky finger through my little hole right there. Perfect. And can you feel that blade on the top of your finger?
Yes.
Good. Now, with any fine cigar, it's important to use enough speed and pressure that we slice, not squish. So, we're going to do this on the count of 3. Ready?
Okay.
1, 2, 2.5,
2,
3. Wait. Do you feel that on the bottom of your finger?
Yes.
I can turn this around so people can see that it's suspended there by the blade. Now, do you see this little red line on your finger there?
Yes.
On every cigar, there's a band that identifies the maker and is a testament to the quality of the cigar. Thank you for being such a fine cigar.
Thank you.
Thank you for letting me sit on your couch, Lucy.
That is okay. I did not care for the standing. It is not. That is the last time I stand for the rest of the day. Thank you very much for your patience. I thought that was a fabulous performance by our very own lovely assistant. Yet wasn't she cute? Look at this little face. I could just laugh it all day. Okay, I believe we have our final guest ready. And I should say, this is not at all their fault. I messed up. It was entirely my messed up. Okay, let's bring them in. Where are they? Where are they? Where are they? Oh, make them big. Matilda and Moon, it's so nice to see you.
Lucy, may we serenade you?
Oh, darling, I would love that. That would just make my whole quarantine. That would be fabulous.
Well, let's give it a shot. Just because you're shutting doesn't mean you should shut down. Live it up. Ignore it. Do something else. Try a new hobby. Do a thing. Be an introvert. Quarantine is really easy when you don't like other people, and we don't. No, we don't. We really don't. This is how we say yes and yes and. This is how we say yes and yes and. I don't really know what this chord progression is. I'm kind of just making it up as I go. So keep in mind, I don't know what I'm doing. So if I mess up, well, shit happens. Anyway, this is how we say yes and yes and. This is how we say yes and yes and. Some days I really struggle with this whole staying inside thing. So I actively take a positive attitude and kind of like try new things and commit to myself by simply showing up to what's live in the moment. Also, I'm taking a lot of Taryn Toomey, the classes. I currently like Mallory and Natalie the best. I'm also trying to live life more like an improviser, the high stakes yes, and oh, I don't know. This is how we say yes and yes and. This is how we say yes and yes and. This is how we say yes and yes and. This is how we say yes and yes and.
Oh, it's so good. Thank you so much, Moon. You and Matilda, you are both fantastic. Cheers to you.
And to you.
Oh, thank you very much for being here. That was an absolute treat, a fantastic way to end a fabulous show. One more time for Matilda and Moon, who are here with their wonderful improviser song that had like 3 jokes in it that I feel like I'm the only one that got, which was even better. Okay, great. Oh, well, let's bring everyone back to say thank you to everyone who was in the show tonight. We had a wonderful cast of characters. Everyone brought their best foot forward, and some of them their weirdest, but you know, all of my friends are quite unusual. I like to keep them that way. If they don't start unusual, then after knowing me for a while, they suddenly become unusual. So thank you very much to the National Arts Center, the Slate Music Foundation, the Bennett Family Foundation, the Facebook, and the Sirius FM Music. You were all fabulous. You helped put this on. And also thank you to all of our guests. Let's bring them all back. All of our guests. We had Bizzaro here from Las Vegas, Nevada. We had Rudy Coby here from Texas, from the gorgeous Peacock Theater. Of course, we had Hello Moth here straight from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, where I used to be from. Max Maven, the darling that he is, all the way here from Hollywood, California. And of course, Moon and Matilda here from a slightly different part of Hollywood, California. Thank you very much for being here. Cheers to you. Cheers to everyone here, everyone with us here, and everyone at home. Have a wonderful night. Oh, and of course, thank you to our producers, Ryan Billing, who's been doing all the switching, who worked his butt off, Jim Millan, who is our director, and of course, Chris Combe, who did all of the fabulous work bringing people in and all of the work in the comments, and of course, Richard Lee, who did the dance and was one of the butlers, and also Miranda Allen, who was one of the butlers, and basically our stage manager and also our set designer and our props builder and everything. And and then Richard make dinner. So thank you to everyone. Thank you to everyone who's here tonight. Have a wonderful night. And I'm sure we'll see you shortly.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks for
Bye.
coming.
Good night.
We're not on the screen yet. Goodbye.
Bye.
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 Thanks for coming.
Thank you for coming.
Don't forget your coat.
Yep.
Yeah.
Safe walk back to your bedroom.
That's actually it. You can go home now.
You can actually go.
Stay home.
Stay home.
Yeah, you can
Stay
go
home.
stay home
Go
now.
home if like stay home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Bye.
Bye. Have a good evening. Wash your hands and other parts too.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye. Like actually. Good night.